Welcome back, everyone, to the Delusional Fan with Geraghty and McCloud. Chris Geraghty, Ryan McCloud sitting here for you this week. Segment 2 today, I wanted to get into one of the games in week 1 of the NFL season, and that was Browns-Eagles. Not because I don't think either team has a chance to win the division, because they really don't. But a couple things that happened in the game. Kind of the tale of two quarterbacks. Get your thoughts on that. And then we're going to talk a little bit about Keenan Allen a little bit too. So Carson Wentz gets his first start. This is a guy who didn't even play what you would call even close to the top level of college football, even though his team won their set of national championships, which they did.
Championship subdivision, though.
Yeah. Subdivision, right. Exactly. But he came out and he beat a team that, Browns aren't a good team, but they have some defensive players, especially guys, like Joe Hayden, who can intercept a ball or two here or there. And Carson played a pretty good game. They hung 29 points in the Browns. And then on the other side, RG3, who just didn't play well at all, then in the third quarter is running, and instead of just stepping out of bounds, decided to plow over a guy who's already out of bounds. Mm-hmm. And the guy's helmet hits him right in the shoulder, and he is now on IR and out for the season. So,
are you surprised?
I'm not surprised, I guess, that he's hurt. It's kind of like what'd you expect, but...
No, it keeps happening. It's not even that that's on him. We were just talking about Cam Newton. He's not Cam Newton. That play, and I know he wasn't, but it almost looked like he was seeking out contact. It
did.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Your body can't, it can't sustain this kind of damage and this kind of... those kind of hits. It's just you haven't played football in almost 2 years.
Yeah. And
you're going out and seeking contact like that. I don't know what his problem is. I don't. But it's his fault, and it sucks. I know you have a different opinion on him. You can't deny that he was good his rookie year. Okay. I think it's hard to deny that he won the division that year.
I think he played well.
That's what I'm saying. For being a rookie
yeah.
Let me put it this way. If Carson Wentz finishes with numbers like RG3 had, you will be saying that Carson Wentz has a very bright future in the NFL.
No.
He played very well this season.
RG3 did it a different way. They did it with his legs.
I'm saying if I put the numbers in front of you at the end of the year and said, who was this? Was this a good year? You would say yes.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how they did it. Of course, he's not going to do it like RG3 did. My point is this. He hasn't learned his lesson.
No,
he hasn't. I'm sorry. It's like it bothers me. I hate watching that play of him run from this weekend. Get out of bounds or slide. You're not gonna sustain this. You're gonna get hurt.
Yeah.
So he deserves to be out of the game. He's gonna be out of the league.
Well, that was my question.
He's gonna be out of the league.
Does he start for another team ever again?
No, not after this. No, I don't think he will. I think he'll get a chance to do it again this year, obviously. But in moving,
no, they put him on IR. I think he's out for the season.
No.
Was it
the first IR? Is right.
So you think he'll be back with the Brownies this year?
Mm-hmm. Okay. And then he'll probably play in a game where he takes a hit that he shouldn't hit or get, or not slide, and he'll get hurt again. Mm-hmm. His body, and that's another thing. His body's failing him, right? Because it's not like a guarantee every time you get hit that you're going to crack a shoulder or tear an ACL every time you drop back. His body's failing him. That's how I'm seeing it.
I think, but that's where I disagree with you on what he is as a quarterback. I think his brain fails him before his body fails him. Mm-hmm. I mean, yes, his rookie season, he looked good. He won the Rookie of the Year. He took him to the playoffs. Blah blah blah. He did it strictly on athletic talent that he had. Nothing in his brain did that for him at all, and that's what showed when he finally got hurt, blew out his ACL. Then, obviously, you've got a quarterback coach like Gruden, who didn't believe in him at all, who didn't even want him there, and went with a Kirk Cousins, who we're still not sure can even play, and is giving Kirk Cousins almost $20 million a year.
Right, the franchise tag him,
and just let him go. So, I don't know, man.
I think that goes to kind of, I see what you're saying there. It's kind of what I always bring up with Osweiler, in terms of, there's a reason that they let him go. You could have paid the guy to keep him there. You're saying they saw something in RG3. They know he's not going to be good again.
I think so.
Right.
when you got a guy that's quarterback driven like Gruden is, that sees what you're supposed to see in an NFL starting quarterback, and that guy dumps you.
Yeah.
That tells me a lot of what I need to know. It really does. I never believed in him from the beginning. There was just certain things I see about players, and I'm not always right. I wasn't sure about Jameis Winston. I always did say that I knew Jameis was a leader.
Right.
But I thought he wasn't going to be smart enough to play football because of this dumb things he used to do in college.
Right.
And that usually,
everybody makes mistakes in terms of that.
but a lot
stuff.
of times the dumb college kids translate to dumb NFL players too, especially the high-profile ones.
Right.
Right? Mm-hmm. So, but I was way off on him too. So I don't know. I don't think he's going to start for another team again. I really think if he even comes back healthy for the Browns, he doesn't start again. I think they're just going to kind of fly with Josh McCown this year, do what they can do, trade away players, get as many draft picks as they can, and just keep building the team.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and they were I forget who I was listening to. Maybe it was Rosillo and Cannell. They were talking about, if you're the Browns, do you tank this season and try to go get, I can't think of his name now, quarterback from Clemson.
Oh, yeah.
Do you or any of these guys that were going to be coming out?
Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, Deshaun Watson or the kid from Louisville who's starting to take over this year and things like that. Do you tank to go get a guy like that? Who wants to?
They're tanking.
Who wants to? No, I
don't think they can.
No, and I think it's a funny question because just go out there and play your normal football, Browns, and you will tank and you will end up with a top pick. Business as usual.
How many quarterbacks can one team pick and fail on? Because they keep doing
that. Is what they were talking about, though, is as a player being drafted in that situation, would it ever be okay for you as a fan to hear a player go, I pass. I don't want to play for you.
Yeah.
You have proven that you will mishandle this situation time and time again, and I would like to be a successful quarterback in this league.
Right.
I don't want to come play for you. Would that bother you as a fan? Just to hear a player do that?
Yeah, but
couldn't you at least understand it? I would want to do it. I would want to be like, no, I'm not.
I can see them pulling an Eli on Cleveland.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Right. Yep. Yeah. They keep doing this year in and year out. Robert Griffith III is he's a perfect quarterback for him. A guy who just can't learn and can't change and adapt.
I agree. And here's the other thing: is you're also playing in Cleveland. You're going to want to draft a quarterback that's used to also playing in that environment. What you don't want a dynamic, athletic, Florida, California, Texas quarterback.
Right.
What you want is a Midwestern, game managing, short throwing, cold weather.
The best thing that ever could have happened to them was draft Ben Roethlisberger.
Right. That's who they should have drafted. Yep. Someone who's used to playing in the garbage. You know what I mean? Not some really fancy pants run all over the field.
Yeah.
I mean, you get 3-4 games of that, and then it turns to Cleveland weather. You know what I mean? So, I don't. If they draft Deshaun, it's going to be a waste. If they draft any of those quarterbacks, I just think I can honestly see one of those guys pulling an Eli for sure. Carson Wentz looked good. He plays the Bears next week. We'll get into my pick for that. Eagles, again, I'm not completely sold on him, but I did say I do like Doug Peterson. I think he's going to bring that Andy Reid system back. It was obviously good enough to win this game.
Yep.
So we'll see. He doesn't have a ton of outstanding players.
Yeah, he doesn't have the weapons yet.
Yeah. But we'll see how that goes. Keenan Allen, I wanted to get into non-contact ACL tear.
Yep.
Chargers played their hearts out.
Yep.
And Chiefs came back and won. The Keenan Allen injury was devastating because, Rivers is a guy I always root for because I just love watching him play. You could tell he's just out there to win no matter what and at any cost. Mm-hmm. And then he loses his top receiver again.
Yeah. Yep.
What do you, how much more damage can the Chargers ask for?
Yeah, when it gets, sometimes it has to get even worse before it gets better, I guess. I don't know how they can turn that around and make that a positive thing. Other than facing adversity, a lot of teams do bounce back. I don't know if the Chargers are built like that. So this certainly isn't it's not a good thing. They will see this affect their team in some regard.
They had a 24-10 lead going into the fourth quarter. Their rookie running back from last year, who flaked out, was playing well, had already scored 2 touchdowns, and then the bottom fell out.
and they lost on an option run by Alex Smith.
By Alex Smith.
An option, like a true option.
I didn't
run.
even pitch it.
No, that's what I'm saying. Right. It was a true option.
Yeah.
That's,
Alex Smith is the type of guy who needs to be on the Browns too. He's perfect.
He would fit in there, yeah. Yep.
Cold weather quarterback, but it's too bad. I never thought the Chargers really had too much of a chance, anyways. But you obviously saw that they had heart. They wanted to do well. You saw that they could beat a team like the Chiefs.
How about Melvin Gordon getting in there twice?
Yeah, I still don't believe.
I don't care. It was still cool to see. Dude, he didn't have one touchdown last year and 160 carries, and he got two. Yeah. So
I'm okay with that. If any Badger does well, I'm happy, but I just put him on the fantasy squad.
I agree.
All right, when we come back, we're going to talk top 5. We went off the board again this week. I wanted to have a little fun. We're going to do top 5 Denzel Washington movies. Our favorite, right?
Yeah.
Top 5 Denzel Washington movies. Make sure you post all this stuff on social media. Follow us on YouTube. Subscribe to our YouTube page. And when we come back, top 5.
Curveball top 5.